Applause in the crowd, applause from Stokes at the non-striker's end as well. Straight to the man to end the over, 156 for 4. Just after that boundary, they started to get lively in the grandstand. The atmosphere at Lord's is very different to other grounds like Old Trafford and Birmingham. The atmosphere tends to be quite quiet and thoughtful here, but after that boundary from Butler, there was just a release in the grandstand. A sense that England are chipping away nicely at this target. Got to go up the hill and it's got to beat the man at square leg, and it does. It was just a measure of Stokes' strength there because there's no timing. He just kind of muscled it. He had to wait and muscle it through the leg side.
Not great length from Lockie Ferguson. He's not at his best when he keeps banging it in short. Enough time for Ben Stokes. Short boundaries. As very rightly said, there's a bit of noise in the stands for England.
We haven't seen too many players play with fluency against the short ball so far today. Stokes has sort of clothed that one, but he's still managed to get on top of the bounce. His player likes to take on the short ball. We saw New Zealand at times duck under a lot of short deliveries which England served up, even to the point in the last ball of the 50 overs, Mitchell Santner ducked under, but Stokes will stand up and play it.
That's still a better length. That's a wicket-taking length, especially with the ball getting softer and older. That's the England dressing room. Very rightly said, a lot more nervous than it looks on your screen.
There's so much on this game. I mean, if they didn't win, it wouldn't invalidate all the wonderful cricket they've played over the last 4 years. They've still got to the top of the rankings, some significant achievements that won't be invalidated, but you need these kind of moments to be remembered for. You get to the top of the rankings and there's no one moment of celebration, of achievement, and that's what these players want. They feel that they've achieved something significant over the last 4 years, but they want a moment for everybody to look at them and say, yeah, this is it, we've done it.
It has to be a big moment. Yes, you can play well. They've definitely played well, not just this World Cup, but a long period before the World Cup in this format of the game. As you rightly said, this is the moment. It doesn't come a number of times in your life, but when you get there, you have to get past it. 162 for 4.
Of the importance of this partnership between Stokes and Butler, which is worth 76 now. The names to come: decent batsmen, Wokes, Plunkett, Rashid and Archer, and Wood to some degree, but 80 still a long way away. And that's what what will be at the back of Kane Williamson's mind. He is chopping and changing, desperate to try and get a breakthrough. And he's going to turn again to Matt Henry, who's bowled 9, bowled beautifully, 1 for 32. He's got 1 left, and he's going to bowl it now from the nursery end. De Grandon is out. Still 3 left from his champion left armer, Trent Boult.
Again, I like that Williamson's gone back to one of his strike bowlers, Matt Henry, quite rightly. Lathany has bowled beautifully today, that is for sure. Challenge the outside edge, challenge the inside edge of the English batsman. What intrigues me is Kane Williamson is trying to find that bowler who's going to pick a wicket up for him. What's really important is that you have a mode of dismissal in mind. Rather than just handing the ball over, you've got to try and discuss with your bowler how you're going to get that batsman out. Put those fielders in those key positions, put the catcher in place. I'd love to see Matt Henry bowl to Joss Buttler with a slipper in place and keep the pace on down the slope. Stokes used the short ball.
Well bowled. Stokes then almost just arching his back to get out the way of the ball. He was in 2 minds really how to play it.
Slow delivery, just stops onto him and bounces. Very rightly, Brendan. You need some fielders in catching position. New Zealand will need a wicket for sure. It's been easy pickings. They're set. They've put on a good partnership. They need to have a new batsman in.
Yeah, the reason I say use a short ball to Ben Stokes as well, it's not, to me, that is not necessarily the mode of dismissal, but Ben Stokes, he can sometimes camp on that back foot, and we've seen with the fuller length deliveries that sometimes they're sitting in the wicket on this pitch, and if you can set him back and then you can go that fuller length, you bring in your catching covers and you catch him mid wickets. Whereas Henry against Joss Buttler, I'd love to see him try and nick him off to a slip.
Yeah, it's too easy at the moment. England just starting to get back at the top. He's better off bowling on one side of the wicket. He was very good with the new ball. He swung the ball early both ways, good lengths. It's his last over.
The ball is a little older now, but earlier on today when Matt Henry bowled with the new ball, he was so threatening past the outside edge on any number of occasions. He eventually was good enough to find the edge of Jason Roy's bat, but he could have easily picked up 2 or 3 more in that opening spell. 7 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 22 it was. Magic from Joss Buttler. A bit of magic that England fans have seen time and again over the last few years. It gets applause from Ben Stokes at the non-striker's end. It's 170 for 4.
That's not just a good shot. What it makes it even better is the shot under pressure. It's a good over so far for England. They've been collecting the singles, and Buttler finishes off in style. That's how good this shot is. In the World Cup final, when you just started to build a partnership, just started to get back into the game, you have the nerves to play that shot.
Evening sunshine here at Lord's. It's been overcast for much of the day. The conditions as we head into the final stages of the 2019 World Cup, absolutely glorious. And the situation is from these final 10 overs that England needs 72 more to win. Butler and Stokes 43 and 42 apiece, a partnership, a vital partnership of 84, and New Zealand must break it to have a chance.